Welcome back to another Bourbon Bums review. Welcome back, Dougie Freshness.
Yeah.
It's like you never left.
It's like I never left.
If you guys remember our previous video, we reviewed Thomas H. Handy, BTAC. And today we're doing, you can see it right there in the label, Dark Arts Whiskey House. Now, most other, YouTubers or whiskey tubers, if you will, might have changed their clothing and changed things up a bit. We're not hiding anything. We're doing things in one take, right?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of wear this shirt a lot anyway, so
you look good. Why change?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so Dark Arts Whiskey House. This is an up-and-coming brand out of Kentucky. They call themselves Whiskey Alchemists. So they're a blending house. They're a blending house that grab source whiskey, mostly 8 MGP from what I know. Yeah. Ross and Squibbs for those that know.
Yeah.
And then from there, they do their magic. They do their wizardry, if you will.
Yeah, I'm really, honestly, I'm loving the trend of all these like blending, like companies starting to pop up. I really do like it. I mean, honestly, I've never like thought to myself that like I would like a Dickel product. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you start blending Dickel in with other good stuff, like it's passable, like, so yeah, that's why I'm really kind of starting to dig these like, these blends and everything like that. And then it's also some people with the transparency are better than others. And it's kind of nice, almost like it's like a hunt to try and figure out what you think what is, when it comes to the labels and stuff like that. It's kind of fun.
I'm very familiar with all that. Like whenever Head Bum in Charge Jason does his popping bottles, or whenever I'm doing my Bourbon Bums videos, I'm Googling mash bills. I'm looking for things.
Yeah.
And you mentioned people blending Dickel. I feel like, two really OGs are Bardstown Bourbon Company and Barrel Craft Spirits. Barrel Craft Spirits are one of the best Dickel blenders in the game. I like a lot of their products, and I don't like Dickel. People talk about like the Flintstone chewable vitamins to Dickel, and a lot of people are like, well, that's just the misnomer, and that's just like something that's a fallacy. I taste it. I taste the minerality in Dickel a lot, but whenever you get a good blend there, especially the aged Dickel stuff, it could be lights out.
Yeah. I haven't met a Dickel I liked yet. I said it, but yeah, it's been hard, man. I mean, even the one sweet at the Blackhawks game, like I was looking and I'm like, man, I'm looking at the whiskey list. I'm figuring, hey, it's a nice sweet. They're going to have some good whiskey. It was Dickel galore. And I was like, man, like
chock full of Dickel.
They need a whiskey guy. They need a whiskey guy.
A lot of people need a whiskey guy, and that's what we're here for. So yeah, enough Dickel talk. Let's talk Dark Arts Whiskey House. The first one we have is my bottle, Dark Arts Whiskey House Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in toasted Juplez Fleur French oak staves. I thought I was gonna mess that up. I might have messed that up, but it sounded good to me.
Yeah, it did.
It's French oak. It's French oak staves that they finish things in. If you guys are familiar with a lot of the Makers 46, that's the French oak profile. Now Makers is a weeded whiskey, and this is MGP non-weeded bourbon finished in French oak. I'm excited about this. French oak, I feel like you either love it or you hate it. I really do like a lot of like the Makers 46 cast strength, or a lot of the like the barrel, or the Makers, what do we call them? What do they call them? The limited releases, the barrel.
Right. I don't want to call them like store picks or whatever, but those the blends that they do with the different staves and stuff. Yeah.
The handy's getting to me.
It is. One handy and this guy goes off the rails.
All right, let's get this poured.
No, where did you find that?
So I got this at Binny's Beverage Depot, a bigger, the biggest liquor store in the Chicagoland area. I was excited because I had heard good things about it through the Bourbon Junkies, who we're going to get to in a little bit. And then a couple other whiskey YouTubers had talked about Dark Arts Whiskey House. So I was like, ooh, let's see what it's all about. I saw this at Binny's this week, and all right, so like I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Sure.
But these bottles were all the way in the bottom shelf, right below the Few whiskey. And I don't want to talk trash about Few whiskey because they're a Chicago brand.
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
It seemed disrespectful to Dark Arts Whiskey House to be put all. I know they're up and coming. I'm sure they're just happy to be on the shelves.
Yeah.
But I was like, whoa, let's put them in a proper location.
Man, they could have at least put them like above the few, and then they could have just claimed that they were going in alphabetical order, you know, DF, you know, but
I don't, they had them way out in the final, the little corner of the aisle.
So it's a shelfie then. It isn't something you would have to fight to find. It was just sitting on the shelf.
It was sitting on the shelf. Okay. They had this, they had their regular, what do they call it? They call it like barely legal bourbon.
Okay.
And then they had the rye in the rye section, but they had 3 offerings, which I was excited about. Yeah. I like that, you know, you're getting newer, fresher things, not just like the old like standbys, the big names.
The one thing I absolutely do love about them is the age statement. I mean, they put it right on the front of the bottle, pretty much handwritten. The 7-year age statement on this one.
Yeah, 7 years. Let's pop this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get it going. So I had a little bit on Friday night when I bought the bottle, but I'm excited to see what you think of it.
Very unique bottle too.
The artwork is great.
Yeah.
I like, you know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but there is a thing to like, you want to stand out. You want to be able to like sit on a shelf and be like, whoa, what is this? Yeah. If it looks like every other bottle, some people, especially like the general public, might not be interested.
Absolutely.
So look at this artwork.
I think the judge a book by its cover goes for if you have a shitty cover. You know, I mean, if you have a decent cover, by all means, go ahead and judge it.
Yeah. So off the rip, this I had it in our Chicago Sports Bums Discord, which I've never really talked about on this, but we do have a Discord. There is a good amount of people talking whiskey in that Discord. And originally I smelt it, and this is, some people might be off put by this. It smells like a lumberyard. It smells like if you're at like Lowe's or Menards in the lumber section. I get a lot of wood. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with the French oak finish to it.
Absolutely. What are we looking at, like proof wise?
Oh yeah, great point, Dougie. Great point. So it's sitting at 108 proof, 54% alcohol by volume. This is a small batch, bottle number 758, batch 4.
Okay. Not much ethanol on this.
No, not much ethanol. I get like wood.
Oh, totally.
There is some like a little bit of like butterscotch. No real fruit to it.
No.
Do you get anything?
No, I'm not getting any fruit, but yeah, I mean, the wood for sure. There ain't a doubt with that. Lumberyard is a great way.
It smells like a lumberyard.
It really does.
First taste, it tastes like a lumberyard too. And again, don't be off put by that, because I do get a lot of wood flavors, and it's only aged 7 years. So it's not like, you know, I'm not getting like the tannins from like an older whiskey, but I'm getting a lot of the French oak and the regular oak too. There is a little bit of so this is not like a toasted product, but I do taste a little bit of like barrel char, or like, you know, like a hint of like almost chocolate to it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I love cooking. This reminds me of like when, and I don't want to say like cedar plank salmon, but like when you do those like kind of like wood finishes on a food, you know, you get that wood flavor to it, but not like overpowering.
Right.
You know, it's subtle. It's complimentary.
Yeah. So when I first had it on Friday, I thought of it as almost like a Maker's 46 on steroids. And I don't get like the wheat aspect, obviously, because it's not a wheat whiskey, but just that strong French oak flavor. The wood, the chocolate. There's no like, there really isn't no fruit to it. Maybe like a really dark like fig jam. Okay. Like there could be like a fig aspect to it. So now this is something I talk about all the time. We're getting older in age.
Yeah.
I hit 40 this year.
Yeah.
Something happened to me where as soon as the clock struck and I turned 40, I like Fig Newtons. That's like an old people.
No shit.
That's like an old people candy, or not candy, but cookie.
Right. Yeah.
Like my dad has Fig Newtons with his coffee and stuff like that.
Help with the digestion a little bit there.
And I got old and I like Fig Newtons. So it has a little Fig Newton to it.
I could, yeah, definitely. It's it's almost got that like campfire shouldn't be burning this type of wood to it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, like,
yeah.
like, hey, we ran out of logs, but I got some spare 2x4s. Let's just toss it in,
yeah.
like, yeah, no, man, I wish I could pull some fruit out of it. I
got besides the fig, which I don't think fig's a fruit, but it's like, the fig jam maybe, but yeah, I got no fruit from it.
Yeah. Which is weird because actually that was the one thing that I read about dark arts was you do end up with a lot of fruit. So I mean, it might just be, it's possibly this particular bottle with the French oak staves.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see.
It's decent though. It's fucking good.
No, I really like it. I like all this, like, I feel like I'm saying Fig Newtons and lumber yards and all of this stuff kind of doesn't make sense. And people are like, whoa, what the hell is he talking about? You combine all that together, it's very good. I do like it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to give it a grade, I'd give it a solid B, a solid like 85% on your test. You know, like, I do like it. It's $89. That's what I paid for it. $89 plus tax. So one more time, the bottle right there. It's beautiful looking.
I feel like that could be also a reason why like they kind of sit on shelves too. I know a lot of people have gotten burned by, certain whiskeys that carry that price tag. Well, it's really hard to go with a company or a product that you haven't tried before and it carries that price tag, and that's what we're trying to basically help you guys out with or whatever. We will be the guinea pigs for you guys and we'll find out if it's good, if it's worth the money. I would reach for that.
I definitely would have another, like, if I finish this bottle, it's something I would like to keep on my shelf. But yeah, you're right. It's tough to, for newer brands to ask $90 when there are, the tried and true bottle. Like, I'm turning around, I see the Heaven Hill right behind you now. That's readily available now in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
And they're dropping the price again. It used to be like 60. Now Binny's and Jewel has it for like $49.99. But I like variety. I like that there's new brands, because it keeps the bigger brands on their toes. It
really does.
Competition is good. We're wrestling fans, like when WWE was just WWE, it needed WCW to come in and, kind of knock it on its ass.
Yep.
And now we're seeing that again with AEW and any business, whether it's whiskey, wrestling, or anything, competition is good for that. And I like that there's newer brands trying different things and kind of standing out and saying like, hey, we're not going to do things like tried and true. We're going to do things our way. So and
to be clear,
the whiskey alchemists in them, I like it.
It might not be good for the business to have competition, but it's great for the consumer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, seriously, that when there's that threat of, hey, you know what, somebody might lean towards this product over the other, you'll see companies get desperate. And when they get desperate, you get good products.
Yeah.
Because they want to be better.
And this is good. I give it a B, a solid 85%. What do you got?
Yeah, I am like, and I might be a little bit harsher than you. I'm going solid C plus.
Okay.
Solid C plus, B minus.
All right.
I'm happy with it, man.
All right. So let's move on to your bottle of dark arts. And this is something I was excited to see. So both of us have been fans of Dan and Sean, the Bourbon Junkies, for a long time. They are one of the first whiskey YouTubers that I had seen and subscribed to. I mean, close to 4 years now. It's been a while, and they've been killing it. So this is Dark Arts Whiskey House, a Bourbon Junkies pick. Do you guys see that right there? Bourbon Junkies pick. So this is a 10-year straight bourbon whiskey double barrel.
Yeah,
and that's where it sold me. If you guys follow us or follow our channel, I'm a sucker for anything toasted or double barrel.
Yeah.
Some people might call it gimmicky, but that flavor profile is right up my wheelhouse.
Hell yeah.
So I'm excited to see what Dan and Sean picked out.
Yeah. And a 10-year age statement is awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I am a sucker for really anything MGP to begin with or whatever.
Yeah.
But once you start getting into those double digits, man, I don't know what it is, man. It's like you could go 9 months or 9 years and 11 months but there's something that just tastes a little bit more sweeter about
Yeah.
that 10th year.
The
So
double digits. Yeah, we talked about it on a previous show with me and Jason. I had Remus 5 as one of my favorite bottles ever. And mostly all the Remus Repeal Reserve products I'm a fan of. And it's because of the aged MGP.
Yeah.
When you start getting into the double digits, I compare it a lot to the Buffalo Trace products, where you get fruit, you get a lot of oak, you get that blend of all the things that most people like and I like. So yeah, let's pop it open.
Right.
Let's get this going.
So let me see here. It's got a
ooh, I
nice
like
little,
that.
I mean, it's a synthetic cork, so I just wanted to be careful.
Yeah.
So yeah, here, go ahead, please.
Right. We get a little bit of a pour here, and a little bit of a pour there. Oh,
this is
man.
This is the
give it a smell.
This is the first time trying this.
Yeah. So we just we ripped off the wrapper right before we started recording. So this is the neck pour, but
oh, there's your fruit.
Yeah,
there's your fruit.
This is delicious smelling.
Oh man,
like
I'm getting like right off the bat. Like wild cherry Pepsi.
Wild cherry Pepsi,
dude.
I get a little more like dark cherry, almost like getting close to grape, which I love the grape profile in whiskeys. Stag Junior gets them a lot. Where I like to say, I mean, we're Simpsons fans. Purple is a fruit, right?
Yeah.
So it's purple. It's purple and dark fruit for sure. Like, yeah, a ton of cherry.
So this one is 110.4 proof. So we're looking at 55.2 alcohol by volume. So a little bit more than the last one.
All right. So I'm gonna drink a little water because I feel like I still had a little bit of the French oak in my palate.
That might not be a bad call.
But the first taste, this is lights out. This is God damn. This is what is the Wiggles fruit salad? Yeah. Yummy. That is yummy.
Wow, man. You still get some of that wood in there.
Yeah.
So that might be
the
like
double barrel. The double barrel is present.
I'm still getting cherry, man. I might have to die on the hill of this is like a flat wild cherry Pepsi to me.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's like so that's interesting because a lot of the times we see a lot of the whiskey tubers or people reviewing whiskeys. It's almost good to have obviously two people here.
Sure.
I've been doing this by myself for a long time. Yeah. It's just my palate. And maybe people are different. People eat different things. They like there's different things. I still get the grape. Okay. I get like if you drop like a grape, Welch's grape. No, Crush. What's the purple soda?
Purple, yeah, Crush.
Purple Crush.
Yeah.
So I get a little bit of like the purple Crush, but then
I'm trying to breathe in through my mouth and out through the nose.
It's whatever we're tasting is goddamn good. I'll tell you that.
Delicious, yeah.
You get oak. You get oak there. You get the tannins from the double oak. We get
for a cask strength. It is. I mean, I know we talk about this all the time. It's pretty smooth.
I don't get I don't get any ethanol. I do think the finish, while good, it's there and it's gone.
It does go away real fast.
Yeah. And maybe, I mean, looking back at it now, we just talked about it that we filmed 2 videos at once. We probably should have done the handy after these, but we were so excited. I was so excited to do the Thomas H. Handy. That, lasted and it lingered. And it was 125 proof, so that has a lot to do with it. This at 110, the flavors are there and then they're gone. but they're really good flavors.
Yeah, it is really good. I'm more excited to like seek out more dark arts.
I'm excited to seek out more dark arts and more Bourbon Junkies picks.
Yeah.
So you're a member of the Bourbon Junkies Patreon.
Yep.
And I know they're doing their own whiskey, which you got a hand. We might have to do that next time you're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, Dan and Sean know what they're doing. They've been in the game for a long time. Yeah. And this is a fantastic pick. Like we have, as the Bourbon Bums, are lucky enough to done 4 picks, 2 Knob Creek picks, a NULU, and we have a Maker's Mark pick coming up quickly this spring in the Chicagoland area, courtesy of Greene Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook. But even then, like, 4 picks in the long run, while awesome.
Yeah.
Dan and Sean, ADHD Whiskey, and all these bigger brands.
Yep.
They come out with one every couple of weeks or nowadays, like at least once a month and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So they obviously, get more experience with all of that stuff. And I'd be interested to see, I didn't really look at their YouTube if they talked about this pick like on video.
So the Patreons get to see like tasting notes and stuff like that.
Got it.
I think that they don't really put out a video to the general public. They may, I'm not sure, but I don't think they put it out to the general public because the Patreons are the ones that get the first pick on everything. And I'm in the 15 tier, $15 a month,
Ooh.
Which, I mean, dude, no, they got tiers that go up to $100.
No, I know,
it's wild. But I've only had one time where a bottle hasn't made it to my tier.
Okay.
So usually every single pick that they do, I get a shot at or whatever. And the one that I didn't get a shot at was when they did a stag pick.
I could understand why that didn't get to you, but
a lot of hype to that. But I've had some phenomenal bottles come through. You could just tell their palate is phenomenal when it comes to picking, whiskeys and stuff like that. Obviously, they get a credibility for, the level that they're at. I mean, they're, I would say a step below my guy Ken over at the Jules, recently retired.
Ken Krunchak, R.I.P. and P. He's not dead. He's just not working anymore.
He's not dead. He's just dead to us.
Yeah,
because he's not picking picks anymore.
The Jules.
But I mean, I don't know. But
but obviously Dan and Sean, I mean, they are OGs to the game, if you will.
Yeah.
And I've been a big fan of theirs for a long time. And I'm a new fan to Dark Arts Whiskey House. Both bottles, while different, have very, very good aspects to them. I'm very excited to try that. So I said mine was $89. How much was your pick?
Oh, I think it was like $140. It was $140. I can't tell you the exact number because there's a whole like shipping and tax thing and stuff like that. So that's kind of the other cool aspect of it too, is that they will ship to you. So
yeah,
depending on your state, obviously.
I mean, it's really, really good. I'm finishing it up here.
Yeah,
like I keep harping on the B, so I think I'm gonna go B+ for this.
B+,
yeah, like right around like 88.9. Now I'm doing points.
333 repeating.
Yeah.
I am a solid B on this. Solid B. Like I said, I feel like I'm a little bit more harsher on my grades, but I'm not mad at this.
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, I mean, I am not mad at this, man.
Hell no. That's very, very good.
I actually look forward to letting that opening up a little bit and revisiting it.
Hell yeah. I mean, we drank, 2 pours of it. Yeah. It's now past the label.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in revisiting that in a couple weeks and see what it does.
Yeah. I mean, look at that topper. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, you could use that for other things.
Yeah, that thing's
I mean,
we went from handy to this. All right, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Things are getting, we're running fast and loose now.
Yeah, exactly. We're hitting bums after the dark status.
Yeah, we actually probably could switch it up if we really wanted to and really go ham on things. Yeah. But no, we'll keep it bourbon bums for now. Before we let you go, I'm gonna try this once again. Our last video, the ad didn't work, but here, hopefully, is the dulcet tones of the head bum in charge, Jason.
Are you tired of getting the same old bourbon sitting on the shelf? Looking for something to impress your bourbon friends with? then head over to Greene Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook and grab one of our single barrel bourbon bum store picks. We've got a 9-year Knob Creek bourbon, an 8-year Knob Creek rye whiskey, and our ever popular NULU toasted wheated. That's right, toasted wheated. So head out to Greene Valley Wine and Spirits or message one of the bums. But hurry, because once these bottles go, they're gone forever. Become a bourbon bum today.
Thank you to Dougie for coming over. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you can, please like, subscribe, and share. That goes a long way. And we'll see you next week for another Bourbon Bums review. Cheers.